Prime Minister Modi will not travel to Malaysia for the ASEAN summit, ending weeks of speculation about a possible meeting with US President Donald Trump on the sidelines. The Indian Air Force is taking part in a multinational air combat exercise hosted by the Spanish Air Force to enhance interoperability and strengthen defense ties. Pune-based Zynetra Defense has successfully conducted trials of its indigenous Punisher multi-purpose counter-UAS gun mount JNK. The Indian Army has initiated an emergency procurement of the US-made ATGM 148 Javelin anti-tank guided missiles, and the emergency purchase covers 12 launchers and 104 missiles. Bangalore-based Prime Toolings has developed the first prototype of India's indigenous detonation engine designed for next-generation missile systems. The DRDO's Archer NG medium altitude long endurance UAS has successfully completed its maiden flight at the aeronautical test range, and the 45 minutes sought validated key aerodynamic and system parameters. The gas turbine research establishment is acquiring an advanced load cell calibration system to improve the accuracy of thrust measurements in its small thrust class engine programs below 5 kN. This development will directly benefit the indigenous technology cruise missile program, which uses the Manic small turbine engine, enhancing its overall performance, validation and reliability. The Indian Army has signed a 2,700 crore contract with Bharat Forge and Adani Defense for the supply of 425,000 close-quarter battle carbines. The order has been split in 60-40 ratio, which means 2.5 lakh bar at 5.56 mm carbines will be supplied by Bharat Forge, and the remaining 1.7 lakh GTRE carbines by Adani PLR Systems, which is a license-produced Israeli Galil carbine. The Defense Acquisition Council has cleared the Indian Army deal for 24,48 NAMICA-2 anti-tank guided missiles from Bharat Dynamics Limited and 107 upgraded NAMICA Mach-2 tracked vehicles from Armored Vehicles Nigma Limited. The 7 km range NAMICA M2 is a third-generation fire-and-forget missile that successfully completed trials at Procure in January this year, while the upgraded NAMICA Mach-I launcher was also validated during the tests. The Defense Acquisition Council has cleared the collaborative long-range target saturation and destruction system for the Indian Air Force, which is a next-generation autonomous strike platform capable of autonomous takeoff, navigation, target detection and payload delivery capabilities, as well as coordinated long-range precision attacks. After the Ministry of Defense returned the Indian Air Force's 114 MRFA fighter jets proposal for revisions and clarifications, citing insufficient detail on local manufacturing and technology transfer, the Defense Ministry has now mandated at least 75% indigenous content. The Defense Ministry has also demanded that frontrunner Dow Aviation commit to local assembly, supply chain integration and partnerships with Indian firms. And if Dow Aviation's offer fails to meet these benchmarks, rival contenders like the Eurofighter Typhoon equipped with Meteor missile could gain traction by offering deeper local production and technology transfer commitments. According to a media report, the Indian Ministry of Defense has reportedly informed Russia that any deal for the Su-57 fighter jet will remain on hold until the Russia-Ukraine conflict concludes, as finalizing such a purchase could trigger CAATSA sanctions by the US, potentially jeopardizing the supply of General Electric engines for India's Stages Mark 1A and Tejas M2 fighter programs. Any disruption in this supply could delay inductions by up to 6 years, and India's internal assessment emphasizes protecting India's indigenous fighter ecosystem from sanctions and uncertainty. Today's top 3 comments.